scoring major military defeats at Plataea, Mycale, and Sestos.
The Greeks chased the Persians back to Asia, and they burned that great pontoon bridge that had been built across the Hellespont. They'll let it burn into the Aegean. But before they burn it, they remove those cables, the ones made of flaxen and papyrus that tethered the ships together, and they keep them as trophies. In fact, the Athenians so prized these cables as trophies that they put them in their newly rebuilt Parthenon.
The different Greek city-states like Athens and Sparta abandoned their internal differences and ultimately joined together to fight Persia as a unified country. A strategy first employed at the Thermopylae Pass.
Sometimes we don't appreciate how important Thermopylae was, perhaps not from a military perspective, but from a symbolic and cultural perspective. Greece was becoming what it had never been. It was moving away from being a hodgepodge of small city-states into a nation that had a sense of being one, of being Greek more than Athenian, Greek more than Spartan. And to begin to identify its own values and cultures, not as individual city-states, but as a nation as a whole.
Philip of Macedon took this one step further and unified the Greek city-states into a single country. With this unified country, Philip's son, Alexander, finally destroyed the Persian Empire, exported Greek culture throughout the world, and introduced the vanquished to Greek politics, law, literature, philosophy, and art.
And the culture he spread became the very basis of Western civilization. All of that would have been impossible. Would have been completely impossible had Greece remained nothing more than a set of separate city-states. But it had become one nation, its sense of nationalism. And that sense of nationalism began at one important place. And that place was at the pass of Thermopylae.
It was the